Hello. Welcome to Audiotree Live. It is October 27th, 2024, and I'm your host, FINGY. Before we get into today's session, I do urge you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay in the loop with all the amazing music we got going down over here. With that being said, we're on all streaming services, so Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, and beyond, you name it, we are there. Tap in. But without further ado, I am so stoked to introduce, all the way from BK, we got Sammy Rae and The Friends. Take it away.
Let's do it. My, oh my, what do I see? Set out right before me. A diamond in the rough. Some of us have got it made. Martinis in the shade. But man, I got it tough. I got fingers, dirty hands, I've got to break away. And I'm pocketing this, I'm copying that with a low brim baseball hat, 'cause I've got to have my way. Oh, sing it. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Do it, but I mean I had to do it. I didn't mean to do it, but I had to do it. I didn't mean to do it, but I mean I had to do it. I didn't mean to do it, but I had to do it. I didn't mean to do it, but I mean I had to do it. I didn't mean to do it, but I had to do it. I didn't mean to do it, but I mean I had to. We can take our time with the weeping that we find. Take our time with the weeping that we find. Buckle up, dude, somebody call the car! healing. It's all good. The joy I'm feeling. It's all good. I love what I'm pursuing. It's all good. And I'm spiritually tuned in because it's all good. And the energy I radiate. It's all good. Learning how to meditate. It's all good. I'm seizing opportunity. It's all good. I'm finding my community. And I'm falling every now and then. It's all good. I just stand up trying. It's all good. And I'm moving in my own time. It's all good. I'm stepping into what's mine. And I'm talking about ooh, looks so good. It feels so good. And ooh, it's all good. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We made it.
Hey guys, this has always perplexed us here at Audiotree. Over 88% of you that watch our show are not subscribed to our channel. Kind of wild, right? So could you please do us a favor? If you like this show and you like discovering new music and you wish to support us, the free and simple way to do that is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And our commitment to you, if you do that, our team will continue to book the best bands we can, listen to your feedback, and book who you want to hear on this show, continuing to capture and share astounding music to you all. Thank you. Is that a common mantra you find yourself saying to yourself? It's all good?
Oh, it's all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. It is all good.
Right?
You know?
It's all good, baby. Did that come out of a place where you were like, damn, I kind of need to hear this right now? Or is that just like the vibe you're consistently on?
It kind of goes hand in hand with the idea of the title. We made it. And this song is kind of an answer to those voices that are like, you know, you're like, I'm speaking from experience, my like non-musical family members and folks who don't do what we do are like, oh my God, one day if you just keep at it, you guys are gonna win a Grammy and you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it when you make your first million. You're gonna make it when you get your first house, and you're gonna make it when you do this. Right? We've already made it. Hello, okay.
We're here.
And so we are here. And so this song follows, you know, in our sort of thing. To be an artist, if you're just blooming in your own time and stepping into what's yours, you've made it. That's it, right? The single mother of 3 is like, she's working on her emotions and being good with her money and going to school and raising her kids. She's made it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's this guy who's like got a blue collar job, but he likes to sing and he sings on his lunch break and he feels good, so he's already made it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
You know? They go hand in hand.
I can co-sign that ministry. That's beautiful, man.
Word.
No, that's so real. Thank you for talking about that because I feel like that is like a common, you know, misconception of people not only outside the industry but within the industry where they think like they have to reach this certain super high, almost relatively unattainable accolade to feel like they've got it, but being able to like remind people like, yo, if you're content where you're at, it's good.
Right.
I love that. And I know y'all also have a mantra, go put a smile on somebody's face, tell someone they've got a place in this world, go tell somebody you want to be friends with them.
That's right.
Which I also love. It's wordy, but it needs to be. You know, there's a lot of points to get across.
We're a wordy bunch.
And I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You smell what I'm stepping in?
Down
All right,
here.
then.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
I was wondering why this mantra specifically? Why is this the foundation that you're trying to put out?
So it goes back to one of these first like big shows for us that we played. We played this venue that was like 220 people and we sold it out in our hometown. And it was like, wow, okay. It was a moment of realizing things are really happening for this project. We're really going somewhere. These people know the words to our songs. And that sort of just fell out of my mouth over the outro. And it was just kind of something that happened. And then listening back, I was like, I love that. And we're going to say it after every single show. And hopefully we will feel the way that we felt at this show, at every single show. And I think it's important because especially a show like ours where we work so hard to create like a fully immersive experience for the audience, right? We're thoughtful about the lighting and the theming and the stage and the set and the merch. And we do everything we can to make everybody feel like they're like being looked in the eye. You know, it's a very personal sort of celebratory space. But especially in a kind of
really full experience concert like that, you can leave and have like post-show depression, or you can just leave an environment like that and be like, that is so different than the real world that I just walked back into. So the thought with that is like, this thing that you felt here, we were all taking care of each other, and it was a whole bunch of different people from all different walks of life, just appreciating something and just simply enjoying the feeling of being alive together. That can be everywhere. You just have to kind of commit to it and go do it. So that's kind of the idea. This sense of togetherness that you feel here doesn't have to stay in the space. You can take it with you. And there's simple things to do. Go make somebody smile. Go look at somebody and tell them they've got a place in this world. And if you find somebody that you vibe with, be like, hey, I want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's easier said than done, but it is easier than you expect.
Easier said than done, but some things do need to be said. And
Truly.
people are quite led by fear. And something as simple as just being like, hey, actually, my intentions are to be your friend.
Yeah.
I like you. That's beautiful. And I
intend to befriend you.
I intend to befriend you, sir. If someone came up to me and said, I'd be like, well, what a friendship we're about to build. And I mean, we are Sammy Rae and the friends,
Truly.
not some friends, not a friend.
You put some respect on that name. You better capitalize that T and that F, okay?
Exactly.
Capitalize that ampersand for all I care.
Exactly. And I was wondering, what does friendship look like to you? Beyond what you think it is, how does it show up in your daily life? And this can be for the friends as well.
We're all looking at Kellen like Kellen's got something
wait,
to
what
say.
are friends?
I have a starting point, but I want to hear what Kellen has to say.
He has a friend everywhere.
Want to hear me say.
Okay, never mind.
So he really has a friend everywhere. No matter which city we go into, he was like, "Oh, I just ran into my friend Matt on the street of Vancouver." I'm like, "We're in Canada."
Yeah.
We really like to
Yeah.
imaginary blow dart each other. That's how we
Nice.
show our
Oh
friends.
my
Shut
God.
up, Kellen.
We said we weren't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, maybe we ought to cut this part.
Yeah, we could cut this. I just had to say it so I could move on.
Okay.
Right.
So
I-
what does friendship mean?
Yeah.
I have a thought on it. Everybody in this project kind of is here for the long haul, whatever that looks like, person to person. But it was never, and this is why we capitalize the T and the F. I would always see so many like posters of like so-and-so and friends in little tiny font. And then I would go to the show and then and friends was so killing. And I wouldn't hear the bassist's name at all, maybe. And I'd be like, oh, but that bassist is so cool. So we wanted to form this band with all the time players that are just in this thing to win it. And the goals have always been like sustainability and longevity. And along with that is we are friends and we are coworkers, but we're also all roommates and we're also like siblings. We all kind of have this family dynamic, and maintaining a friendship that we intend to maintain for such a long time, you have to switch to that sort of family mentality. And it requires a lot of communication, which is sometimes difficult. It requires a great deal of putting your needs maybe aside so that if you notice that somebody is in need of support, you can be there for them. Because to support somebody, to support one of your friends, especially in a dynamic like this, is to support the whole dynamic. And yeah, Debbie brought up a good point. It's really special to live this life where we're on the road and we're in a different city every day, and we can connect with people from different. Let me come jump into your touring camp for a second, and then I'll jump out. And then in Chicago, somebody's going to jump into our camp and then jump out. And it's really special to be able to travel and not just be close with our New York friends, but our friends from everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Widespread love.
And we see that in the audience too.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you like run into like the same certain people that go to multiple shows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of people will follow us to different shows.
Sick. The moms.
Oh, yeah.
Moms love you.
Couple of moms. Moms
Couple
do love us.
moms.
Or my favorite is like every now and then, I never forget faces. I forget names, but if you have been in the front row before, I swear I will remember your face if I see you on the street. It's really a weird thing, you know what I mean? But anyway, we'll see somebody in like, let's say, Indianapolis, and then we'll come back 2 years later and we'll see the same person with the same face, but now they've got like a whole different sense of style, and like new haircut and like some new piercings or whatever. And it's cool to watch people that we know but don't know grow into like full versions of themselves. And sometimes they have a story to share that's like, the band has been a huge part of encouraging me to be my most authentic self. And that's kind of the vibe.
Wow.
You know, if it's not authentic, life is short. Okay? If you're not being yourself, if it doesn't feel authentic, get out of there. What a waste of time. I can't imagine, you know? That could never be me. So,
And I love that for you.
thank you.
Right.
We've
Thank
also been
you.
told that we have like the best audience by like multiple venue folks, like multiple like security guards and everybody. Like they're like, oh, everybody's just helping each other. Like I heard this story where like somebody was grabbing a bunch of drinks for their friends and they couldn't hold it, and somebody in line was just like, hey, where are you? Let me hold some drinks for you, and like let's go get this to your friends.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they also like make a lot of friends. So you make friends when you're at a friend's show. You know, when you're in our show, like you make friends with everybody. So we've been told that like by venue folks. Yeah.
I got a cameo request the other day to make a video for 3 years ago. 2 individuals came to see us. I can't remember the city now, but they both came alone. And we also do a lot of the language online of like, come alone, you will make friends. It's okay. Like this is a safe environment for you. So 2 people came alone to a friend's show, and fast forward 3 years, they're getting married next month.
Stop.
So they met at a friend show and like,
Congratulations.
yeah, truly. And they met at a friend show because they both went alone and didn't know what they were gonna get, and they met their future spouse.
Oh my gosh.
sweet,
I
right?
love that. Dude, one time, okay, and then we'll get into the music, but one time I was DJing a set, this guy comes up to me, I'm about to go up next, he's like, I'm gonna propose to my wife, do you have this song? And he goes on YouTube, it's like this old song, and I was like, dude, I got a USB, but I got a microphone, I can't, and he's like, yeah, dude. Got the microphone, popped down
the phone?
on me, over, making it happen. So come to our shows, because if you're trying to get wifed up, like that's the place to be.
Yeah,
Or make a friend,
It
you know.
truly do be cuffing season, by the way. So
All right, guys, let's get into the next song.
where are we going? Jackie. Oh, the gay one. Let's do it.
I'm about to tell a story that I haven't yet, about the most intelligent woman that I ever met. She looked like Jackie Onassis, top of her classes, and I'm doing my best, just passing by. I'm so funny in my body, I can barely walk, and I'm so full of them funny feelings, I could barely talk. And here comes Jackie Onassis. I don't need to ask it. Have you ever seen a woman so fine? She said, come on out, just a couple hours, we're gonna have a real good time. I tell her, where y'all going, when are you coming home? Somebody in the front seat calls out, everyone, we're wasting our time. Gotta hit the road and hit the road, hit the road. There they go, there they go. I was on my own. I ain't never spoke my mind up in a crowded place. I ain't got no cool demeanor and smooth talking ways, 'cause I ain't like Jackie Onassis. Girls in sunglasses are looking me up like I'm part of some game. And then the altercation happened around the 10th of May. Some little poorly dressed spectator had something unkind to say. It comes back to me in flashes. I get risky, there's a swing and a miss, and I'm all ashamed. Oh, I was so ashamed. When she found me, I was in pieces, crying hard into my head. She tell me, Mama, you look lovely when you take a stand. I tell her, no one's ever been so kind to me, and I thank you for that. She said, here you go, and here you go, and here you go. Took her head out of bowl, laid that breathing in my head. yes I did. Got my horse green tinted glasses and they fit me just fine. I let it go and let it go, let it go. Oh, oh, oh. And look at that lady. Well, she carries herself right, singing, oh, yeah. She's the first lady. Oh, she walked me through the night, singing, ooh. And look at that lady. With my mom, she carries herself right, singing, oh, yeah. She's the first lady. She walked me through the night, singing, oh. Pick it up, here we go. Look at that lady, little Miss thing. She carries herself right, singing, oh, yeah, yeah. She's the first to hold my hand. She understands, oh yeah, ooh yeah. Look at that lady. Oh, she carries herself right, singing, oh, she's the first lady to walk me through the night like, oh, woman, years ago, and early in the morning, a child named David Thomas Santiago Robinson was born, and his mother cried as she was holding him. For all this time I was hoping for a girl, but he's gonna be the life of everybody's party and the center of the world. 20-some-odd years go by, and down at Fountain Lake we were all smoking candy cigarettes and trying to catch a break. Somebody shouted, "Here comes Davy boy." We all got up and had ourselves a real good time. But after a while, David had to sit back down and try to clear his troubled mind. He said, "If I can't cast away the giants in my head, I'll just sit back and cast a line." David, armed only with your sticks and stones, you can break more than just a person's bones when you're taking that long walk alone. Now Davy had a lady by the name of Baby Joan, and she said, "Let's start our lives together, or let's start our lives alone." And David sat back in the dirt and said, "I don't think I can make it through this one. I feel like a flower after 2 weeks with no rain in, and a long day in the sun." Oh, listen, baby Joni, don't we make a lovely pair? I love that flirty purple sundress and your dirty yellow hair. Sometimes it braids itself together and ties me at the feet so I can't leave. Oh, sometimes you fill my chest sweet David lay in bed, and for the first time in a long time, he had no giants in his head. He said, I'm taller than I thought I was, more than Mama said that I would be. I guess I must be a giant also, for these giants ought to fit inside of me. Ooh, David.
You know, I interview a lot of singers,
Yeah.
but less often do I interview true vocalists.
Oh my God, that's so nice of you.
It's nice. It's nice of you to me.
A singer sings, you know.
A singer sings and a vocalist vocalizes, babes, and that's where we're at.
Oh my God.
No, but your runs are very intentional, very meticulous. I love how you play with syncopation, and your like range within that is fucking phenomenal.
Thanks.
I was truly wondering, who are some vocalists that have shaped the way you deliver your sound?
Oh, well, this is complicated. Well, I come from just a lot of music. I was like a what's on the radio sort of family. And my parents had me quite young, so I grew up on a lot of like 80s hair metal and like Twisted Sister and like Megadeth and Whitesnake and like Kiss and AC/DC and stuff. So I've learned how to do a lot of weird shit safely. You know what I mean?
No, tell me more, actually.
Well, when you're listening to like, you know, Angus Young singing, he doesn't sound like a real person. And there's no reason for a grown man to be like,
yeah.
like as loud as they can.
Right.
So I've learned how to do a lot of like tricks safely, I think, from the young music I came up with. And then my folks went through this, like, I think everybody in a small town on the East Coast went through a little phase of like country music for like a year and a half. And from that, I learned how to sing kind of like really purely from a lot of like Shania and like Faith Hill and like the purity of that like femme vocal bell tone sort of thing. And I think also from that hard rock world comes the like expressiveness and like charisma and ability to like deliver tone through singing. But everything changed for me when I was like 16. And I started to get into the like great female vocalists of jazz, namely like Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan and Rosemary Clooney and them, and like American Songbook stuff. And it clicked for me that the voice is an instrument, and it ought to go back in its case when you're done using it. And there is so much more. I had a choir teacher in high school said, we don't sing words, we sing sounds that sound like words, which kind of blew my mind. And I think from that period, I was taking this sort of like how to do weird stuff safely and how to like give character and charisma, and how to sing with a purity, and then how to be dexterous with it came from these like leading ladies of jazz. Because I think of my instrument like a wind instrument, like a horn almost. Especially that Ella Fitzgerald is like, this is her calling card, where she's so busy and she's so accurate, and there's a lot of notes, which is impressive, but she can also just hit a couple notes right at the heart of the pitch perfectly every single time. So I started to get into this like idea of soloing with my instrument, which is kind of like scatting and like nonsense syllables and just riffing and that sort of stuff. But yeah, that was huge for me, realizing that this wasn't just my voice. It was like, this is my instrument and I'm really good at it, and I need to talk thoughtfully and sing thoughtfully, and I need to put my instrument away when I'm done using it. And I can, if I do all those things, there's really no limit to what I can do with it, you know?
Yeah, that's a very interesting perspective. I feel as though like it's like inwards out, then top down, of like realizing that you're singing sounds that are words.
Yeah.
Because if you go to words first and then try to derive a sound out of a word, it's already gonna be. That's
Totally.
very interesting.
And you can add so much there. And something that I learned from like Ladies of Rock, something I learned from like Stevie Nicks is she does a lot of like changing the vowel in the middle of a word to add sort of an interesting texture and change the tone of everything she's saying. So like for instance in Thieves, we go, we can take our time, right? And the vowels kind of just like bloom and change. And there's a lot of that I try to spice in because it just makes it more interesting. And it's again, we're not just listening to a singer, we're listening to a vocalist,
right? And if a
which I'm
synth,
gonna steal. I love that.
right? Yeah. I mean, if a synth can open its envelope, why are we
Truly.
not opening our pipes?
Exactly. I can open the envelope and I can like flutter like a trumpet might flutter, and I can
Right.
like change a vowel and do something really tinny high up here that sounds like an electric guitar, and I can sing really down low and kind of activate what the synth is doing on the low end or the bass. And
Right.
yeah, I think I've always had like a good ear for like impressions and like learning sounds and replicating sounds. I've always been good with that. So when somebody does something interesting that I hear that I like, I'll just shed it until I figure it out. And then I'll kind of incorporate it into my repertoire. And that's finding what your sound is, right? Like giving yourself permission to always grow and not just be like, this is what I sound like. But, changing within a recording period, a record, changing how I sound, but also throughout the course of my life and my career, giving myself permission to change as I find out more cool, interesting stuff that I can do.
Sam,
Yeah. No.
Show him your trumpet.
Yeah.
All right.
It's uncanny.
This is my favorite though. Somebody interrupts the trumpet player. Ready? You know who loves that? Kids.
Kids, like, ah!
Oh yeah.
If I see a kid, I'm like, did you know that I hold the world record for having the smallest trumpet?
Yeah, it's so good.
They love it. They love it. What can I say? You
Call
know?
me a kid because I'm eating that shit up. That's so sick. No, but what I also love is like you can technically approach and execute. I know, I'm so
I can't
funny,
believe I
right?
just did.
Yeah. It's just the energy in the room, like as creatives, we're
Right, no.
just, feeding off of each other.
I'm
But
obsessed.
what I will say is that it brought me joy listening to your recordings because there are certain moments within them that I hear you smiling and almost laughing when you're singing. And I really appreciated how like instead of trying to like have a streamlined perfect vocal delivery, you're trying to capture this like human essence of it. And I was wondering, beyond those vocal inflections, are there any things like instrumental wise that you capture is a bit quirky, maybe isn't exactly how you wanted it to be, but captured that level of humanity that you choose to include in your music as well?
100%. So this is a hugely collaborative process in terms of arranging and like breathing a song to life. And there's always this like, okay, well, I kind of want this sort of groove. And if we're doing that, then the guitar should do this. But if the guitar is doing this, the bass ought to do this. But we just thought of this great horn line, and that horn line will alter the bass line, and therefore we have to alter the chords a little bit. And it's a lot of like playing off each other as we build from the ground up. But we do go into the studio. We find this perfect balance of being like super tight and rehearsed, but also leaving some room for play. And then for the most part, we track everything live. So we're looking at each other, we're all playing at the same time. And little things come in there. And it's like, I don't know, it's that like band thing where like, I could look at Kellen a certain way and he's going to play something a little bit differently than he did the previous take. And a lot of those things, that liveness gets committed to for the live show. Like I'm thinking of the horn line at the end of our song Follow Me Like the Moon was just Max like soloing, and then it was so killing that we were like, okay, both horns need to learn it in harmony, and we're going to do it every single night.
Nice.
Or little vocal things that happen that we try to commit to, or Will's got this crazy feedback squeal at the end of Good Time Tavern on the guitar, and it's like it was a total like accident, sort of like trying to get feedback, but got this crazy noise. It's one of my favorite sounds that he makes on the record, and it kind of happened by accident. But yeah, that stuff happens all the time. And I think that gives room for, for the most part, you're playing something you don't know how, in the studio, you don't know how the audience is going to react. You kind of just get what you get. Then over a course of a couple shows, we go, oh, we did this on the record. which was like a little thing, but like, let's throw it in and see how it goes live. And they go crazy for it. And then it becomes like the centerpiece of the chorus or whatever. You know, James always says that, like, the recording is kind of a snapshot of where that song was at that point in time.
Right.
And it has a whole life. So it's going to grow on stage, and it's going to grow in scenarios like this where we're not necessarily in front of an audience, but in a studio. And I think recording live and incorporating and keeping in those little quirks, and, you know, no two tracks sound exactly the same, but choosing which one feels the most like us and has the most charisma leaves room for the song to really bloom over the course of its lifetime.
Beautiful.
If you
Staying
will.
open, but knowing when to pick and go.
Yeah,
I like
totally,
that. I like that.
Totally.
One more, if that's okay.
One more.
For me.
Let's do it.
Okay.
For you, anything.
Anything.
Are you kidding me?
Darling, thank you.
All right. This song is called Coming Home Song. Let's do it. Right? Is that correct? We're doing that? Okay. Got it. Sorry. Let's do it.
Authority issue. Wish you would listen to somebody, even yourself, every once in a while. La, 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 la. Get some initiative. Wish you'd start walking a walk. Baby, how do you talk to your poor inner child? Oh, you cut off your hair if it's too long. Yourself a coming home song. Learn from the things that you done wrong, and leave a light on for yourself. Doing alright ain't a damn crime. You're feeling it all for the first time, and you're just getting into your prime. Leave a light on for yourself. Ooh, yeah. There's no saints in the stars, babe, there's no signs in the ceiling. You get a good feeling, you go with it. I'm trying to help you. If you don't want my perspective, why don't you get yourself over it? Go ahead. La 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 la. Well, we cut off your hair if it's too long. Yourself a coming home song. Learn from the things that you done wrong, and leave a light on for yourself. Doing alright ain't a damn crime. You're feeling it all for the first time. Just get into your prime. Leave a light on, I'm falling, and I piss me up. And I pissed me up, and I was falling, and I pissed me up, and I pissed me up. Ooh, cut off your hair if it's too long. Write yourself a coming home song, and learn from the things that you done wrong, and leave a light on for yourself. You pick up your friends without delay, and cut yourself down in the same day. Won't you quit getting in your own way, and leave a light on, falling, and I pissed me up, and I pissed me up, and I was falling, and I pissed me up. Yes, I did. I pissed me up. Falling, and I pissed me up. Oh, and I picked me up. See, I was falling, and I picked me up, and I picked me up.
Can I get an entertainment. Wow. Thank you. Sammy Rae and The Friends. By now, I hope you are also Sammy Rae and my friends.
When are we hanging out, Fingy? Like,
Dude,
I feel like we've waited so long.
I know, man. It's good to see you. It's been a
It's
lifetime.
good to see you. It's been a lifetime.
It's
yeah.
literally been a lifetime.
How's everybody? How are the kids?
Pending. I don't have them yet, but someday.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. Thank you to our crew for getting this done. We can't do this without you. Or else it would just be us kind of just sitting here doing our thing. I would still have fun, but...
Yeah, but I wouldn't be one of this.
Exactly. And thank you for watching. We could not be doing this without you. And by the time you are watching this, it's already on all streaming services. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, you name it. They're there.
Yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in.
My name's Fingy. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Thanks, Audiotree. Later.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?